Hello, hello, hello.
Good.
Jazz, why are you just like this?
She saw what I was doing.
Right when it went live.
Right.
Welcome to May 2nd. It's May. You know that it's gonna be May, but it's already May apparently because we're on the second day of May. Which is funny because normally I see those memes around, you know, on April 30th and then on May 1st, but I didn't see them at all anywhere. I guess people are tired of Justin Timberlake, but it's okay. I still love you, Boo. So today, May 2nd, thank you so much for joining PartyChat Podcast Live. We are here today with the PartyChat Podcast crew, and we have a guest today, Goofy Wise.
How you guys doing? Good to
see you.
I kind of heard them a little bit, the horns.
It was a little faint that time.
Yeah, a little faint, but they were present. So Goofy, for those who don't know who you are, go ahead and take a second to introduce yourself and let the people know who you are.
Hi, my name is Goofy Wise. I'm a content creator, meme lord, TikToker, variety streamer. I like to talk about shows, so I'm glad to be here. So yeah, Wise.
Awesome. I like that. Did you say meme TikToker?
Yeah. Meme lord, TikToker. That's how I started off. I got to pay homage to my earlier days. That's all I used to do. You know.
Oh, like create memes or like
just like random video memes, stuff like that. I would just make up.
Oh.
I used to play a lot of Fortnite. I used to play a lot of Fortnite, so like I used to get into that whole thing a lot, you know.
Okay, great. And you can find his link in the description box. Yeah, that's you were the meme king. No, dank meme king. That's what I used to call you. A long time ago in another life.
I think Charmix held that title for a minute when it came to dank memes. He was holding that shit like dog. I was trying to take it. Like what?
Well, to me,
catch up. This boy good. Like shit.
Boy good. No, to me, Charlie, you were the dank meme king. Okay, I was introduced from your channel, so you know what? I could change the pumpkin face to like a crown on the.
Okay.
So we got a crown, a medal, and a ladder.
Yeah.
The funny part is
it's
the insider though.
Yes.
It's the insider. Y'all wouldn't know.
You would not know.
Yeah, So today there were a bunch of things to talk about. But I wanted to find a fun way to talk about them because it would be easier versus going through each individual thing because I would like to get into Moon Knight and have enough time to really fully digest Moon Knight today. But last week, while we were posting and everything and streaming and doing all these things, Cinemacon happened. And for those who don't know, Cinemacon is a festival which I didn't even know happened or was going on until.
No, that existed.
Cinemacon?
Oh, I thought we alone. Thank you.
That's some Illuminati shit right there, man. All the years I've been doing YouTube, and I've never heard of Cinemacon.
That's random as hell.
Yeah, so Cinemacon is I'm trying to pull it up here. It's a festival that apparently has been going on since 2011, right?
Okay. I wonder.
And I low key kind of feel like it was supposed to be on the hush hush until this year because, you know, COVID, a lot of people still at home. So the information got out now, but it's essentially a kind of like a convention that is for the National Association of Theater Owners. NATO. I don't know why you put NATO.
Shit like the dark web. The dark web. What is this for real?
You're trying times. You're like, come on, man.
On another page. There's gonna be somebody eating another person.
Cinemacon is truly a global event attracting attendees from more than 80 countries. That's just sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'm just
sponsored by Coke, nigga. This is dark web.
Listen, Elon Musk, did he say he's gonna put Coke back in Coca-Cola?
He did.
He sure did.
Hey, this might be secretly owned by Elon Musk. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So as Dwayne was reading, it is it's truly a global event, which I don't know why you'd put truly. It's written weird. But anyway, it's a global event that has attendees from over 80 countries, except for people here. But it's held in Las Vegas. It was in the Caesar's Palace last week. Is when they had the event, And it's, you know, a lot of studios come out and they showcase their lineups. They have like the thing, presentations debuting a slate of upcoming films, must-see premiere feature screenings. You have celebrities come out and producers, directors, they talk about their projects and what they have going. And it's not like, you know how Cannes Festival is for like more indie, like fancy, fartsy films. And then you have like Sundance, which is also like indie. Well, Cinemacon is like Marvel, like Disney went there. Kevin Feige was there. So it's like a different echelon of movie makers or filmmakers. And they are essentially presenting to a lot of theater owners, you know, so that people who own theaters know what the slate is going to be for upcoming films. So there were a lot of things that were announced that I'm sure some of these things you guys saw a little bit about. And to kind of talk about them, I wanted us to play a game that I'm calling Theaters on Demand or Pass. And people who are watching in the audience, you can play along as well. I'm going to throw up a picture which coincides with an announcement of an upcoming film that they talked about. And then you would just put up your sign saying whether you would watch it in theaters, okay? Whether you just wait and watch it on demand until when it comes out on demand, or if you pass altogether.
Okay.
I
get it. Okay.
I thought it was like a game we could win.
That makes so much more sense in my head now. Like, why do we need the sheets? And okay, got it.
For people watching and listening, because again, the podcast, the audio version comes out on actually audio and video, because you can watch the video on Spotify now as well. Of the podcast comes out the same day or the day late or within the next couple of days, depending on how the uploading works. But those listening, you can kind of play along as well, even though, you know, it already happened, but still you can participate and be a part of it, and hit us up on Twitter at PartyChat Podcast to let us know your thoughts of what we're going to talk about today. So when I told my friends here,
so I got to draw this bigger then.
Yeah, me too.
Yes,
I'm working on it right now.
I drew it like the top of the paper, like, okay, because like there's going to be a list and shit. So like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You want to make it big so we can see it on camera.
That's exactly what I thought too. I thought it was gonna be a list.
Don't tip a nigga. Hold on.
We working.
I had told them, hey guys, can you bring 3 pieces of paper? And then Goofy was like, are we journaling? We're like, journaling.
What's going on, bro?
There we go.
Yeah. So make it big so you can see it. Go ahead and test. Go ahead and put one up, Charlie, so we can see if we can see it. Because we already tested for.
Oh Lord,
Jesus, what is that?
You should have said get a marker. If we got to put this on camera,
I did say marker.
I think you said something to write it down with. Shit, let me get a marker.
There you go. Yeah, I can see those.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I did say marker. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Goofy, I ain't gonna play on you, bro. But the A, why the A tiny? All the other letters were
okay, you know what? All right.
Wait,
I lost my grip of my pen, and I had to just adjust in the fly. But you know what?
No, put it up again.
No, it's gone. It's gone now. It's gone. It's gone. Ain't nothing there, bro. It's gone. It's an A. It's a capital A.
No, because the P was big, the A was tiny, and the SS was the same size as the P. I was like, what happened today?
You know, I got a marker.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's getting a marker. He's getting a marker.
Yeah.
To put it in there. Also, shout out to J-Dog for letting us know or reminding me that we do stream this also on Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can watch this also on Twitch. And then, like I said, the following day, you're going to see this on Spotify or wherever you can listen to podcasts and play along. Mm-hmm. So
you read episode of South Park when they was sniffing the markers.
I thought you sniffed.
My bad. Go ahead.
I was like, I thought you sniffed. I was like, no, he didn't sniff the marker. No, Christine, he did not sniff the marker. Okay,
y'all got it down.
All right. So let's play Theaters on Demand and Pass. All right. Okay. The first one that we have as an announcement.
What up, teacher? You got a pencil? I left my shit. I'm playing. Go ahead.
If you don't come prepared for class, you ain't gonna be prepared for life. Okay. All right.
God. Here we go. All right. Bell does not dismiss you. I dismiss you.
I hate that shit.
I hate
that on my
Hell no, dog. It's 3:15. We get up out of here. You tripping?
I say that on the streams. Yes. I dismiss you, okay? All right, so the first movie we're going to talk about, and some of these movies we've already known about, right? But remember at this event, they're either showing previews or first 10 minutes or 15 minutes of it or they're watching other things or getting information. So we're going to talk about everything that I was able to find, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, so first thing up, Nope here, let me take this off, by Jordan Peele, starring Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Yoon. I don't know how to say that.
Young. I don't know. I don't know
Young?
who it is. I don't know. Yeah.
He's the Asian guy from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Glenn, right? Glenn was his name. After what happened to him, I stopped watching it. So let me know. Let me know. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Would you see this in theaters, on demand, or are you passing?
On demand is just like Netflix and shit, like streaming.
Like streaming it. Yeah. Okay, Charlie, you're on demand. The rest of us are on theaters. Go ahead, tell us why.
Because I don't want to go to the theater to see it.
We gotta support our Black directors.
That's what I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but on demand.
But that's the only reason.
I think I like the premise. I like the alien premise to me. I
didn't really care.
Yeah.
So the only reason, what made y'all get into Get Out then? If it was because Get
Out was good.
Oh, because that shit was trippy,
dog. For me, Us was a miss for me. So I'm kind of scoring after that. I'm like, I ain't going back for that one.
I heard Us wasn't really. I didn't see it.
Really good. I liked it. I loved it.
Get Out messed me up for a little bit afterwards. Like I remember sitting it was during the hurricane because we ended up watching it on demand at the time. Because it was during a hurricane that was happening in Florida, and my husband's family had come to the house, so we were all stocked up and just trying to bear out the storm. And we watched Get Out, and I literally sat like this after the film, and they were just like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was just sitting there like this. It really after when people when you got the teacup and they go like this with the teacup, I'm like, No.
No, the part is you take a picture and the flash on. I'm like, boy.
Yikes. That movie messed me up. But I would like to see Nope in theaters for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I like the alien theme too, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I would have caught it on demand because it seemed like a solid movie. I'll watch it at home, you know what I'm saying? No big deal. I usually try to wait for the big blockbuster movies to go see in theaters. Because I'm like, I don't want to leave my house. I'm a hermit. So
That's true. There's also COVID, but for this, I'll go out to see the movie in my mask and watch. So the next movie, Mission Impossible 7, I believe is the number we're on. It's kind of like the Fast and Furious of action movies right now, with the number, not necessarily the echelon. But if for Mission Impossible 7, would you guys see it in theaters?
I'm on the same way.
I'm pushing P on that one.
My mama.
pushing P.
Oh my!
I didn't even know it was a part 7. I thought it was one of them hoes was out when my daddy came out. It don't even matter
though. You seen one, you seen them all, bro.
I just say like Jesus Christ. You didn't.
I actually so this is a me and Dwayne bag. Although he said he'd watch at home, I'd watch in theaters because action set pieces. I want to sit. The theater I go to, it's got the Dolby Digital audio. I want to sit there. It's got the layback seat. Put the seat up all the way. Yeah. Watch it in this. It's kind of like at home, but not at home. So I don't.
Y'all got the food. Y'all can order it too. You push the button, order the food.
Not at this one. There is one like that in Tampa. But this one you can pre-order your food and pick it up. They'll have it where you can just pick it up on your way to your theater room thing.
That's what they bring it to you in the one we go to.
Yeah, that's even better. That's fancy.
That's even better. Yeah.
That's theaters in the table, Charlie. You got tables in the theater.
No, it ain't like that. But I know some people out there probably got
dining.
You just press the button, they come ask what you want, and they bring you there. You gotta miss the movie.
I used to work at one of those actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
what was it like?
It was cool. They had I was a bartender at one actually, so they had drinks and food and everything. Yeah. I mean, obviously, once you work there, it's kind of you know what I'm saying? But
right.
My first time going there, I was like, what? The recliner seat. I'm like, go ahead, set me up. Got my chicken nuggets, nigga. I was happy. You know?
Yeah, it's good. The one that I have, like, you can order in the app. It's an AMC theater, so I can when I buy my tickets, I can add the food I want to my tickets, put the time I'm going to pick up the food. They have it ready, and I just go in, they scan my ticket, get my food, and I walk in. I sit in my seat.
Yeah,
I like
that
it.
sounds easier. Honestly.
Yeah, that was. I think the easier one was like y'all had the one like before you go to the movie, you go to like the store, load up, put everything in your mama purse. Did y'all have that one?
Shit, bro.
That one wasn't the easiest one. I liked that one.
No, the craziest part, one time I had some Chinese food in the back of my hoodie right here, and it just sat right there. Nobody said nothing, bro. I was like, oh yeah.
No juices fell in the back of your neck? What kind of?
No, it did. It did. It was worth it though, you know.
I was like, I know them bags. When you get the
hella shit, dog.
Collateral damage, you know what I'm saying?
No that boy eating tacos one time, no cap. Boy, I see we went to go see Blade, boy. My mom, we had hella tacos, boy. She had the most one wrapped, and like Reynolds wrapped in her purse. We was in the theater.
The people next to him like, hey, where'd you get them tacos from?
My mom,
passing the sauce around and shit. Let me hold that green sauce one time.
We didn't have all that. I remember that. I didn't learn like what real Mexican was until I went to like Arizona. Like we had. Yeah, the other tacos. You fry the shell in the grease and put some meat in them hoes.
Yeah, bro.
I hated them hoes. Once I had some real tacos, I was like, oh, my mama, she what the fuck she was doing?
No, sir.
Like these real Mexican tacos.
It's to the point now. I see them iceberg lettuce, bro, and I cringe. I'm like, okay, I don't even want none of that. Ice cream lettuce and sour cream. Nigga, I'm like, come on,
I'm like, man, get this bullshit out of here, dog. Like, real.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Shout out to my people that love us, though.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Lot of love.
Tacos, though.
Okay, ground beef, bro.
But I like the action in Mission Impossible. Like, I like that it's and I feel like it comparatively to Fast and Furious, like it's the stories are more sound, you know, versus the stories of Fast and Furious. But it's if you like big blockbuster action movie, I'll see. You know, I like them. I like them. Yeah. All right, this next one, Puss in Boots has a sequel coming out, and I already see the what in the world?
I was being patient. I was being slow.
I gotta get fast like y'all. Y'all niggas too fast.
I mean, on demand.
Why does Puss in Boots need a sequel? What he doing?
Well, I don't know why we would do a second one. He's from Shrek, but the first one was such a good movie, and I'm like really happy. It's even it holds up because I was watching it like last month. I
didn't even know Dog had a movie.
I heard a rumor. I thought he was a trailer.
I thought he was just
the first one wasn't bad.
He branched off, got his own.
We're doing it again.
He got hope.
No, I think because this one it's a continuation of his story, I guess, and even Selma Hayek is in it. Again, you got the people from the first one, a couple of the people from the first one. So I really liked the first one a lot. It was really fun. I feel like DreamWorks has a good run on their CG. What would you even call it? CG animations.
3D.
I don't know.
Yeah, like Shrek. Those were good, and then Shrek, what's this? Puss in Boots was good. I didn't really watch How to Train Your Dragon, but I know that was big because a lot of people were watching that.
Yeah, it was cool. It was solid. Yeah, I was
How to Train Your Dragon was good.
Yeah, and there's like 3 of those, I think, right? Or 4 of those that came out.
Something like that. I watched every single one of them things too.
Did you?
I was excited. I was like a
and
kid.
what rating did you for Puss in Boots? Did you say which one did you say? On demand or did you
I said pass.
Pass.
Yeah,
did you see the first Puss in Boots?
No, that's why. I'm like, I'm not gonna go see the sequel. I ain't see the first one.
Watch the first one. It's on Netflix. Watch out. It's on Netflix. Check it out. It's hilarious.
I'm about to watch that shit.
After events of Shrek, or is it like a prequel backstory?
I think it's after Shrek.
After? Okay.
It's after Shrek because it starts when he was a kid. It's like both because it starts when he's a little kid or little kitty. Then he goes off. The events of Shrek happen, and then he comes back to his hometown, and that's where the movie continues. So it's really good. It's a funny movie. It's definitely a funny movie. All right, next, Jurassic World Dominion. Okay.
You didn't cover the whole screen anyway. But
it's not. It was. I couldn't find a big enough picture.
No, it ain't meant to be talked about.
Yeah, I would say on demand.
I'm on demand for me. The
last one was. The last one was.
The only reason why I'm saying on theaters because they got to do the with the Hollywood method right now, which is the reboot. But then you get to bring the first characters in,
the originals. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's why I wouldn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? I want to watch because the first, the first movie's goated, of course, like Jurassic Park. I hope it's
Mm-hmm. And the first Jurassic World was good too, but the second one was kind of all right. It's like all right, this is kind of getting off the rails a little bit. So the third one, I don't really know. But
what's
okay,
next? Like, what more can you do? You gonna get like an alien dinosaur next? Like,
yes.
I don't know.
What more can you really do? How many new dinosaurs you're gonna discover every time it's a new? I'm like, enough.
For this one, because I know in the second one, at the end of the second one, the dinosaurs ended up getting loose, I think, right?
Oh, yeah,
they ended up getting loose, and they were like, people were seeing them in their backyard. So I guess this is what takes place where they've been running loose for a while, and now I guess we're coexisting, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'll see it on demand.
Worst case scenario, right? That's why they got the old classroom. So they're like, this is what we talked about.
Right? Yeah.
Damn young kids. You damn young kids. You didn't learn.
You darn kids.
I thought I told you, kids.
Not to play with damn science.
Where's your ethics?
All right, the next one, which this is funny. So Expendables has another movie coming, okay? Which I saw the first one. I saw this. Who?
Hold on.
Is that Chet Hanks? No.
Please.
Don't tell me that he's gonna
be here.
Top left near.
Top left, second to the left.
Yeah.
I don't know what left's for you or what left is for me. This one.
It's only one left.
Is that Ronda Rousey? Yeah, that is Ronda Rousey. Why is she in here? Okay.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey. She was in it.
Is that Jet Li? Next to Jet Li, right next to Jet Li.
Okay, yeah, Jet Li, and then whoever this guy is.
That was Chet Hanks. I was like, Chet Hanks.
Hold on,
I don't even know what the Expendables are about. Is it just like old nostalgia? Like
pretty much.
Essentially. Broforce. It's like yes.
It's Broforce, okay.
Yeah, it's a pass for me. I saw the first one. I liked the second one because it was right after Wesley Snipes got out of jail, and like I kind of felt like it was because they had Wesley in the second one and he was in jail in the second one getting out, and they were getting him out. So I was like, that's really cool that as soon as he gets out, y'all like, hey, let me give you some money and get you in this big movie and like do this thing. So it was good, but I didn't see the third one.
This didn't pay his taxes, man. I just shoot.
Yeah, and then listen, and also Trump didn't pay his taxes, but he okay. But we gonna leave that.
Playing with me, I did mine. Don't even play with me with the IRS.
I know, but I mean, we just gonna leave that alone. But yeah, it's a pass. Did anybody say they were gonna see it?
No,
Charlie. I didn't say Charlie. I said Trump.
You said what?
I said Trump, not Charlie.
Oh, I didn't say me. Oh, okay. Oh,
I
didn't say Charlie. That's what I said.
No, I said Trump didn't pay his, but he all right. Okay, that's what I said. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But who said they would see it? Did anybody say they would see it, or did we all just unanimously pass it? Okay.
Next.
All right. Next movie. All right.
Who the next bus?
The next one is I think this is another prequel to Minions, but this is Minions: The Rise of Gru. You'd see it in theater? Let me see. For me, it would be on demand.
This Pete right here, dog. Because I swear I think you just dug in the trash can for these movies.
On demand. I'm covering the movies that were talked about.
Oh, you did right there.
This is a movie that they had talked about. Okay, all right, that they talked about at Cinemacon, the Illuminati convention.
Watch that old dark web shit.
None of us did.
Their website look like it's. I ain't gonna lie, their website needs to update. That shit look like it's from the 90s, man.
Like,
bro, I thought I was reading a contract the way I was looking at that website.
Right, a soul contract.
Like, damn, what template did they use?
Read the small.
I was about to say, man, y'all need a Wix sponsorship. Y'all need a
Wix
Wix
sponsorship real quick. Hold on.
Let me get Wix. Let me get the guy for Wix to help y'all out, man. Because this don't look.
Look, that's your address at the bottom. Look at it.
Man, look, oh my god,
you are here.
Why
would you say this? Why would you call it this? Because weird. NATO is something else. It's like the National Alliance
Atlantic Treaty or something like that. Yeah,
right.
It's an intergovernmental. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Right.
Like, why would you call your thing also NATO?
Why? What else is NATO?
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization is an intergovernmental military alliance between 30 states. 28 are in Europe and 2 are in North America. So it's like, yeah, I was reading like what actual NATO is. My thing is, I don't know why you would be like, hey, AKA the National Association of Theater Owners, AKA NATO. Nah, you can't just take that.
Nah.
Like it's already something that exists. You know what?
You gotta get your virus. You gotta get off that website, Christine.
Right.
I know, right?
Instant pop-ups, have had pop-ups in the
That shit was made for dial-up, man. You better stop playing.
But yeah, so I said on demand. Jazz, you said theaters. You go see it in theaters.
I love the Minions. Dwayne thinks it's stupid because we saw the trailer when we was in the movie theater, and I was like, "Oh, we gotta go see it." And then he just was like,
"He's like, hell no, we don't."
Hey, try to Mario P, bro. I need
to go ahead, bro.
Hell no. Why I gotta see Groot as a kid now? Like this could be a show, man.
Look, the Minions are funny, okay?
Because
I do like the Minions, but I was seeing on demand.
I do like the Minions. The Minions are dope. The Minions are dope. I would say that.
Yeah.
But I don't need to see Groot as a child with hair. Like, no, man.
Have y'all seen like the backstory of the mugs? Like what they really like? Never mind. We'll go ahead.
What?
Oh, he's talking about the dark web version of the Minions.
I know. I thought it was one video. I was like, "Whoa, this shit kind of creepy."
The dark internet version. Oh no.
No, it sounds like
was it written by Cinemacon, Charlie? Was the lore made by Cinemacon?
It sounded like some TikToker made it though, but it was just good. I was like,
okay. I'll keep like it might be on the Cinemacon website though. We'll
probably
see.
is. There we go, right there.
We'll see.
All right, we done with this game?
All right. No, we got more in this game.
This game needs some DLC. Damn.
Yes. All right. The next movie.
Oh my! What the fuck is this?
Is that Knives Out too? No.
I don't even know.
No, this movie is called. Hold on. Sorry. I found the name and then I lost it. I laughed and I lost.
I bet you did lose it because I wouldn't have known. Is that one black chick with her ass back there looking like Jazz from Fresh Prince? That Jill Hype top face.
I don't even like sour cream.
I'm legit sweating. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's called. Okay, let me.
Is that Joe Biden?
It is not Joe Biden.
Is that young Joe Biden?
Young Joe Biden, yeah.
He's not on this.
This is his biopic.
This is
oh my goodness.
We didn't even know the name of the damn movie.
I was trying to see. It's Don't Worry, Darling. It's an upcoming American psychological thriller.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
starring Florence Pugh, which we love from.
Go back to that picture.
Gave us a bad picture, huh?
Okay, never mind. I thought I was thinking about. Okay, you take it away now. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a thriller, racism.
I was thinking.
Oh dear. I hope it ain't racism. I hope it's not.
Well, it gotta be. If she's the only black girl in there, you gotta keep it realistic.
Oh my God.
If it's a thriller. They're going to if it's a thriller.
No, but I'm saying I don't want it to be like race focused again.
Okay.
Have like ghosts that come after white people too, not just black people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God.
Let's even out this thing. But anyway, it has Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde, who's also the director, and then Nick Kroll, which you saw in the picture, and Chris Pine. And it's scheduled to come out this September. It would be maybe
psychological. I like psychological.
I like that.
Thrillers, but I don't know about.
I gotta see a trailer.
I gotta see the trailer. Yeah. There you go. I gotta see a trailer.
A trailer.
No, because she gonna bring it up.
She's not gonna play the trailer, Charlie. She just gonna say.
I was actually gonna play the trailer. We can play the trailer.
Go to the next. We'll watch it all
next movie.
Next movie. And I want to see it. So the other thing with her movie, right? While she was on stage to announce the movie, and I don't know if you guys saw this on any news anywhere, but she was served custody papers while she was on stage announcing her movie.
Olivia Wilde, right?
Olivia Wilde.
What kind of custody papers?
So apparently her and her fiance, Jason Sudeikis, they broke up in the end of 2020 and since then have been in a custody battle over their 2 kids. And while she was on stage presenting her movie or talking about her movie, she was served papers, and you in the pictures you can see her actually holding an envelope, and then she opens the envelope and you see it's custody papers.
Wow.
So I don't know if it was
that
a representative
nigga to the future or some shit. What?
No, I'm saying that.
Why he do that?
How?
He didn't do it. You know how the process server is its own company, and they choose when they do it. And the person that did it from the process server, apparently they had credentials to be at Cinemacon. You know, so they had went through the lengths of actually getting certification to go to Cinemacon just to serve. I don't know if you've seen what was that movie with Seth Green? No, what was the movie? Not Seth Green. No, Seth. What's the guy's name? The one that is it Pineapple Express, where he serves people all the time, and at the beginning of the movie, he's a process server. Well, like he was like in surgery at the beginning. I think it was Pineapple Express, or the other movie he was in.
Pineapple Express is about weed.
No, I know, but the beginning of the movie, I think is
was I right?
Being a process server. I believe it is. It's one of those where no, because it's. No, because Pineapple Express is the one that has Red in it, right? The guy Red, yeah, it is because they thought they killed him and he was actually alive. Did you see Pineapple Express?
That movie.
Okay, anyway, Seth Rogen.
Yeah, you talking Roman C? You high?
Yeah, no, Seth Rogen is the guy from Pineapple Express. Anyways, at the beginning of the movie, he's a process server, and in it, he was like in the surgery room, like pretending as a doctor or a nurse, handing out processing or serving people their papers. So I feel like it's a similar type of thing where somebody got their certification, went to the event, and served her custody papers while she was there. And I'm like, I would fight you. I feel like I would have to fight you if you serve me papers while presenting my movie.
I mean, they just doing their job. They just doing their job.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I just gotta applaud it. I'm like, okay.
No, I'm not applauding that. I'm fighting.
Like after the show, CIA, FBI agent, like there was a grandma that took off the grandma suit.
Yeah, he was going to work, bro. He need a raise, probably.
I would just get to like, I'm so sorry, but this is my job.
Right. So that's my thing. Like, it could have been after the situation, or like
gave me this after.
Now they needed proof that you got the paper, so
you could prove after when I walk off stage, give it to me, not on stage. She was literally on stage with the envelope.
Well, I mean, just if it's like a subpoena, don't they have to be handed to you, like personally, or if it's like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
As a process server,
I think they have to make sure you get it, don't it?
Yeah, they gotta call your name too.
It's crazy. I got jury duty
next week. In your hands.
Yeah.
Jury duty.
No count. I got it next week. This is my first time.
Wow.
Lucky you.
Oh, they took it for real? For real?
Yeah, I really got it. I got it like next week.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, wow. Good luck. All right, next movie.
Oh my gosh, Christine.
This movie, it's an Elvis biopic that's starring
get me the fuck out of here, dog.
Austin Butler. And it also stars Tom Hanks. Now, I am gonna see it in theaters, and I have to explain why. So when the trailer came out,
is it raw?
I don't really know how to answer that question.
Well, because it's stories around like I want to hear like the real shit, because back in his time, shit really was happening.
Happening,
or is it just based around his music?
Well, no, it's not based around his music. It's based around him and his manager, which was like a shady guy. He was like a shady guy that pretended to. It was like a whole like a lot of details and stuff surrounding his manager. And the manager is played by Tom Hanks. The reason I have to see it is because I had reacted to the trailer. And I had shared how, when I was reacting to the trailer, how I didn't know a lot about Elvis, right? I was like, the only thing I knew is that people have said that he was appropriating, right? Our music and things like that. Yeah. And when I said that, boy, the comments blew up-tuated, okay? Blew up-tuated. And people who obviously don't follow my channel at all, I guess because the trailer had just come out when I had posted it, it was flooded. So I'm like, you know what? I had said in the trailer, I'm going to watch the movie and then have my final verdict after seeing the movie and learning more about him. But because of what happened in the comments, I'm going to go see it in theaters.
Real quick, in the trailer, then he was like, then he say in the trailer, Elvis himself said like he did get a lot of stuff, or the character that was playing Elvis said that I did.
If he said it, I might watch it for that, just for that part.
In the trailer, there was literally a scene where he was like surrounded by like the black people that
he was at a church, right?
Yeah, like he was literally within it, like he was in the middle and like they're basically showing that to say like, hey, he's been around these people that he took from this group of people and applied it to the music. Like I thought that was obvious.
The thing,
I didn't see the trailer. Wow.
the complaints that people had in the comments was that it wasn't that he appropriated by just like steal. He didn't pull a Miley Cyrus, right? Where he just was like, hey, let me do this to get big and then switch over. It was he was inspired by Black culture, and the people in the comments were saying that he also gave credit to Black culture for, you know, the way that he was doing his music. So I'm like, let me see this movie that you says that, because in the movie that I saw, what was the movie with Beyonce when she was singing Atlas? What was that movie?
Carmen? Well, it was someone to see.
No, not Carmen. It was the one where they were like a lot of people. No, because Mos Def was in as well, and I think Mos Def played. No, not that one. No, what Cadillac Records or something like that? Was that the name of the movie?
I think it might have been that.
Yeah, Cadillac Records. Yes, and in there they had mentioned that, you know, Elvis was appropriating the music. Like he was doing what Chuck Berry was doing, but he was, you know, he was getting shine. Chuck Berry wasn't getting as much shine. So because of things like that, that's what I knew, right? So because of what the uproar that happened in the comments, I'm going to watch it in theaters and then have a follow-up video for those people to see, you know, my final stamp. Was he still appropriating or did he admit to it? You know?
Okay.
We'll see. All right, next movie. The Flash. Okay, although this is a weird picture because that's not even the Flash the movie. That looked like the Flash the TV show guy, right? That looked like Grant.
Yeah. The CW version. Yeah,
that looks like CW, but so this is a weird picture. But the Flash, I will see it in theaters.
Smash?
I hear that.
Yeah, I'm smashing that one.
Okay. But theaters.
Right. I never know what smash and pass.
Right? All right, I was surprised. But yeah, I'm gonna see it in theaters. Yeah, and we'll definitely talk about it on here because we're gonna see. Can DC get it right?
I know, right?
Can they?
And Ezra Miller get it right? Have you? I don't know if y'all heard.
We talked about all that stuff last week. This sound like an excerpt from My Worst Roommate Ever with the stuff that that he was doing.
Yes, bro.
He wanted people's homes.
Yeah, just stealing their wallets and passports and stuff.
What's going on?
What?
I don't know, man.
And then punching people, throwing chairs at people. He got a lot. He's going on. He's doing. So the other one is Lightyear, which we all know is coming out very soon. I want to say.
I'll OD that one.
Yeah, on demand. Yeah.
Oh my god. OD.
Yeah. On demand. I'll see it in theaters.
Yeah, on demand. See, all this joking.
No, I got you. Goofy. Why you say miss me with that?
I've had enough. I've had enough of the spin-off from the sequels. I've had enough.
The Toy Story?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to see Buzz Lightyear. I don't care. Like we had the cartoon show. Who remember that one?
I do. It was
I know the cartoon show.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm like, all right, I'll see
the
something
tiny
else.
little aliens. I loved them.
Yeah.
That show used to come on right after recess. Okay, I was watching that. I was watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna see it in theaters. I'm looking forward to it. Plus, Chris Evans is voicing him, and he's always gonna be my cat. You know, I'm gonna have to see him. I'm gonna see him. Next movie we have. This movie is called A Woman King, and it's starring Viola Davis. And they said that this is supposed to be a more realistic version of Black Panther. So at first I was like, okay. When I saw that description, I was like, you know what? I'm interested. I do want to see more trailers, but I would say theaters to me. What about you guys? Theaters, on demand.
I'm gonna stay
this until I see a trailer.
This is the picture.
Facts. I'm gonna say on demand until I see a trailer. But it's definitely looking like
okay.
I gotta watch it though for sure.
Yeah. I want to see, especially with that picture. It's giving Dora Milaje. So I want to see what this movie is going to be.
All my life I had to fight.
No, but with an accent.
Yeah. I can't do it. I'm a butcher.
He'll be canceled.
It's gonna sound like UK or something. I don't know.
Well, okay, now I have to do this.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, bro. Moving on.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Oh wait,
I put him on that spot.
No, it's gonna sound. All my life I've had. No, it's coming out stylish. All my life I've had. I thought I had it a lot. No,
Okay.
I give you an E for effort. Okay,
You
you tried it. You tried it.
I'll take the effort.
Props to you. Props to you.
Like an Irish
light. I had to fight.
White Mike.
I couldn't do it. I don't know. I gotta watch the movie again.
That's funny. Also, Venom. It was announced for another film. I didn't even see the last one. You know, so it's a
I'm pushing P.
Pass for me.
Pushing P. I saw the last one, unfortunately.
The last one, it did disappoint me because of how they did Carnage. But I'm trying not to give up. I'm like, please.
I'm like, man, these
movies
gotta stop.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I feel.
Of him.
Like, god damn, like it'll be so cold if they just fuck it, we going R-rated, bro. They be taking him so seriously, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Dumbing him down. I don't like it.
Is it not R-rated?
No, probably not.
No, it's
like TV 14 or something.
So you don't see he eats.
You never see him eat nobody.
Screen, right?
Just flips to a black screen.
Carnage had a scene in the prison where he did this tornado shit, and we didn't see no limbs. I'm like, yo, if that happened in real life, man, you know how many blood you would see? You get some goddamn serial killer.
They want to be like Marvel so bad. They want to be family friendly. Like
Carnage was a whole serial killer.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, like why are we not seeing people die?
Bro,
not saying that I want to. I'm just saying.
Yes, you are.
I'm tired of them making it for kids.
I do. God damn it, if you're gonna have a killer movie, I want to see people be killed. Like, come on, bro.
Literally a serial killer.
Let me see that. Yeah.
They're missing. At least this movie, make it TV 14 at least. You see a little blood, like
yeah. I think like with movies like this, I feel like there's a market that's being missed because almost like people are afraid to do the R-rated thing because I guess there's less, money in it, maybe. But like think about like Suicide Squad being R-rated, like
it was great. That last one was
Joker
great.
movie R-rated, you know what I'm saying? Like
Logan, remember Logan?
Yeah,
Logan was really good.
Logan
was good, bro. They gotta give it that, bro.
Making billions of dollars. I don't understand how these R-rated movies. You too scared? They scared. I think they scared.
Well, we're gonna see the next Deadpool how that's gonna go because we talked about that. They got a family-friendly director. We're gonna see if he. We'll see. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does.
Deadpool no more.
We SpongeBob.
These are not kid superheroes. These are full adults. Come on now. Right? These are not.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Let's see. All right, next movie. This movie called Bullet Train. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. It's an action comedy where everyone on this train is trying to kill Brad Pitt. I'll see it. I'll see it in.
Cool. But you said action comedy?
Yeah, it's an action comedy.
I'll see it.
Yeah. I'll see it in theaters. On demand?
Yeah, on demand. And I'll just watch
it. It sounds good, but the genre, I feel like, dang, how that's gonna mix?
I've seen the trailer. It's not
the trailer too.
Yeah, it's not
the
bad.
trailer's good.
Nothing to get up out your seat and go see in a movie theater. I'm gonna be honest.
Cool.
Oh, I never saw the trailer. From the sound of it, it kind of reminded me of Snowpiercer. That's why I was like, oh,
exactly.
Yeah. Snowpiercer is much darker though. Much darker.
Yeah.
I was like, it sounded good, but
you've been telling me to watch that. Is it a good one?
Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
The movie, not the show.
They got the movie and they got the show. I haven't stopped watching the show. I stopped after. I was like,
the show is ridiculous.
The movie's good though.
The movie's great.
The movie's great.
The show is very slow paced. I don't know what they're doing with the show. I'm like, I don't even know why they made it a show. Like, just
money.
It's so far after too. That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, this next one. Listen, I know y'all are probably gonna pass it. I'd be surprised if anybody even puts on demand. So this one's more so for me. Wicked. They're gonna make a 2-part of the movie. It's a musical that was on Broadway for a while.
Wrap it up
tonight.
Wrap it up then.
Smoking that people.
How many times are we gonna see the same story that we already know? A million.
We don't know this story, okay? It's the witch's best friend's dog.
No, it's the sisters.
It's a unique opportunity to see something brand new.
No, it's the sisters. So Wicked was. It's not like the regular Wizard of Oz story. Wicked was a Broadway play, right? Based off of the book and the movie. And it's more so from the perspective of the two witches, right? Mm-hmm. The sisters. Well, I think there's like 3 of them, but like the 2 that you see in the image. And so they're taking the Broadway play and they're making a movie adaptation, but it's going to be in 2 parts. There's a part 1 and part 2.
I can still hear you.
Okay. We'll move to the next one, but I'm gonna see it in theaters. I love musicals, and I remember the song that was in Glee and that I sang in high school. So it is good for my heart, and I shall see it. I shall see it. Embrace the next one. Speaking of Bullet Train, it was announced that Bad Bunny is going to be in a Sony movie called El Muerto, which is like in their league of Spider-Man villains getting their own spin-off type of thing. And first off, I didn't know he acted because I never seen this man without sunglasses, so I didn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say on demand. I'm gonna
gonna pass it. I don't.
I'm gonna say on demand.
I first thought that was Bane. Again, him.
I did thought it was Bane.
Yeah.
But
so I'm
saying on demand, but it's like I'm not in a rush to watch this movie. It could be a year after it come out. I'll probably watch it then. You know what I mean? Like
I need to see the trailers. I need to see the trailers to decide. But I like that Bad Bunny, baby. I like Bad Bunny. So,
but why is he in the movie?
I
thought about the rapper girl. All right, never mind.
Oh no, we talking
not Bad
about
Baby, Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn,
God, I hope they don't give her a movie one day, bro. Marvel.
Oh no!
Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah, okay.
I'm surprised they haven't given her the amount of money that woman has been racking up. I'm surprised they have not given her no movie role.
She in her bag, though.
She be making that. Yeah, she be all the way in her bag.
Her and that Whoa Vicky girl, man, they be I'm like everywhere.
The one that retracted her statements after Snoop came out.
Oh yeah. No, not the Snoop nigga. It was like the whole East Side came after it. I was like, oh,
God, damn.
Oh, West Side. They was like, don't you dare talk about Snoop. But then she's like, I was just playing.
I was like, those are real Crips.
Those are real Crips, right?
You don't mess with them, boo.
Be careful.
You do not mess with them.
That's some old heads got on her head, bro.
Do not mess with them.
She had a Bible in her hair. It's like, I just want to say, I'm sorry. I was like, oh.
They said, what, cuz? You know, man. I already know them. I grew up on that, so I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, homie. Oh shit,
homie.
I know with the swiftness.
I don't care about none of that.
I don't care about none of that Graham stuff, cuz.
Yeah.
Right. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you got YouTube, nigga? Oh, that ain't me.
I thought it was you pull up his phone. I thought it was you right here doing the little smash for pass, cuz.
Like,
this ain't you.
We love Snoop.
This ain't you talking about.
It is the official.
You look at the video all stupid like, hell no, that ain't me. Hell no.
Can you imagine this? It's like your first and last name.
Be like, oh shit, I got a twin. Oh, I got an identical twin. That's crazy.
Hell no, that ain't even me.
My daddy was hoeing too. That's crazy. I didn't even know. I just make some shit up.
Oh my goodness. No, the official stance of the Party Chat podcast is we love Snoop. Okay. All right. So next movie is there's the Timothy Chalamet
the guy.
Charlemagne.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's need some excitement at this point. Chrissy, this list long as fuck for a gang.
What's the premise here?
Charlie, it's the list of movies. I gave you the list. Don't complain now, boo. You got the list of the movies on the thing. Okay, I gave you the information, pre-gave it. Okay,
Chrissy, all right. Emails, man.
You should. I prepare you to prepare yourself. Don't complain to me.
All right, I'll be there Monday.
All right. So for this movie, it is a pass for me because I don't. It's a Willy Wonka. It's a Willy Wonka movie featuring.
It's a Willy Wonka prequel movie.
Prequel movie featuring Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet the guy. I don't know how to say his last name.
Jazzy over there.
Oh. I know y'all haven't.
Every movie that's coming out is literally something else that we've already seen redone. I'm getting tired.
I'm telling you, it's about the dog, her sister's cousin's dog this time.
Okay, so you're about to be mad about the next few movies. Next movie, there's another Hunger Games. Hold on, next. I do want to say, because we are newsworthy. It is a prequel. The Hunger Games is a prequel. Now the next one. There's a sequel to Avatar.
Okay, I'll let that one slide.
I ain't seen that vlogs anyway.
I ain't gonna lie. I was screaming AWA in the theater when that came out.
AWA! This is a sequel. It's not a prequel.
Yeah, I mean, they've been waiting 10 years for this movie, so they better be good.
I'll say on demand for that. I'll see it on demand.
That shit gonna be in VR. It takes so long to come out.
It better be. You better watch it and see like the horse. It took 10 years for him to make it.
She followed.
Yeah, 10 years it took them for them to make it. All right, this next one. John Wick 4 is coming out.
God dang, bro.
In the next year or so.
The other one, so I don't care.
What would you do for John Wick 4? I'll see it on demand.
Pushing P.
On demand, yeah. I'll see it on demand. The first one was good. The second one was hit. The third one was not good. And then the fourth one, it's probably going to be bad. But I'll see it on demand. You didn't see any of them?
Yeah, we gotta. Me and Jazz haven't seen. I seen clips now.
You know how I saw John Wick in Fortnite? I saw him as the fake version and the real version.
First movie, I would recommend the first movie. It's got great action and the story is solid and good. It's just like in the second and third one, they kind of get off the rails a little bit. Each, more and more. But the first one is a great movie. Great action, and the swag of like his kills are haunt-worthy kills. Like it's next level. So you like action, you like gore, you like blood and action. Yeah, you got that from him.
Well, they got blood. I'm in.
There's a lot of blood. Yeah.
He said, "Oh, they got
and he used all the weapons. He used his knives. She's like, ooh. That's it. This next one, it's definitely a pass for me, but I don't know if anybody likes Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is a sequel that has a sequel coming out.
Yeah, it's out already.
They did, but they making
that one came out, but there's another one. They're making a sequel.
I didn't watch Ghostbusters, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't see this last one. This next one, this next one is not a sequel or a prequel. Okay, there's a Barbie movie coming out.
That's not.
Who is that?
Okay. Margot. Yes.
Why you take that one down so quick?
Oh no, because y'all was yelling at the other one, so I was like,
this eye candy though, right here.
Okay. Okay. Let me know when you want me to take it down. Let me know when you're ready.
Not even being funny. I do want to see the trailer because I know it was a Barbie movie coming.
Yeah, I'll see this in theaters.
I'm sorry.
No trailer, just a picture. I'll pass.
You'll pass. I'll see it in theaters. It also has Ryan Gosling, who's playing Ken, and I haven't seen Ryan Gosling in so long.
Of course, Ryan Gosling. The can't wait. Oh my god!
I should be Ken.
Oh my god! I want to see his butt.
I should be Tyrone.
I want to see if the buns still doing good from The Notebook. I just want to know.
I gotta send y'all this meme, dog.
That'll be odd. That'll be odd because she's way younger. I'm like, what is this movie? What is this movie?
Man,
Michael B. Jordan then.
Right,
yeah. Jazz, you want to see that movie?
I knew as soon as he said Michael B. Jordan, I'm gonna say me.
He's gonna deliver pizzas to Barbie. That's what is gonna happen,
bro. All right, look, hey, Pete, I saw the funniest fucking meme about Barbies. I don't know about y'all, but this shit was true. I'm gonna send it to y'all in the text real quick.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Shit, I can't put it on the Discord or with a thing, whatever, so Goofy can see it. Whatever we on, I forgot what we on.
Oh, did you send it? What? Send it to me in the Discord so then I can post it on the screen.
Boy, but I read that. I was like, oh,
that what?
Oh, that. Okay, I'm not posting that on here.
What the?
I'm not. I'm not posting it on here. Goofy, I'll just send it to you in the DM. Here, I'll send it to you.
Hold on. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, so you act as you didn't?
Man, hell yeah, hella.
Oh my goodness.
And I
Goofy. No, I'm not posting this, Goofy. I'm just gonna put the picture in.
Okay.
In here.
Look, no cap. Nobody can cap though. I'm gonna talk about something different though. Something different. Did you not used to make your cousin's Barbie dolls fuck?
Wait, first of all, I had my own Barbie dolls, and
well, okay, not you then.
They got into relationships. I made them get together.
Yeah. I put my cousins into relationship too.
I
thought whoever did that. For real, be 100. Keep it 100. Dwayne and Goofy.
You're not the. See, I didn't go that far.
I used to make my action figures.
I was wondering if
I get like Ryu or Ken. Like not Ken, like Ken Masters, like Ryu or Ken.
Bro, I used to do that. I used to kiss
I know it wasn't just me.
I used to kiss the Barbie dolls too. I used to make them my girlfriends and shit, making love to them and shit. I was
the meme I just sent y'all. I told y'all.
I sent him the meme on Discord. I mean on Instagram.
It wasn't just me. When I read that meme, I was crying. I was like, this fucked up, but this is true.
I think everybody had no
cap. That's exactly what went down, bro.
I was like, I was horny as fuck.
Oh my god!
All right,
Go back to Barbie.
So-
My bad. Go back
So
to
next
Barbie.
movie, the Batman with Robert Pattinson. Obviously, we know it did very well. They did announce there will be a sequel, and it will be including the same director, Pat Bat will be back. I'll see this in theaters because the Batman was amazing, and I'll see the second one for sure. You say on demand. Why do you say on demand versus leaving your house?
I ain't seen the first one. I'm about to watch the first one on demand like tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You gotta come back to it because you gotta watch that.
Yeah,
you do, Lou.
That's cinema right there. That first
It is. It's really great.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Pat did his thing, and
people
people rumor that Colin Farrell was in the movie, but I don't think that he was.
He's in it. You just don't.
He is not. That is not him. That is not him.
I saw a little snippet of they had like an uncut scene with Joker or whatever. Yeah, and that was like, I was like, I gotta watch this. It's like it's gonna be good. Even though they didn't ran Batman into the ground. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. You know.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. But
we need a Scarecrow movie. Give me that.
That's cool.
I would love a Scarecrow movie, bro.
Scarecrow movie coming around Halloween. Come on now, that would be the best.
You
the way
mean
that they did it in was it Batman Begins is when they had him in it? Yeah, Batman Begins, they had the Scarecrow. The way they did that was crazy. Like it was hella creepy. It was so creepy the way they had him. Yeah. All right, next one, Borderlands. I never played the game, but they have a live action movie that's going to be coming out. It does star Kate Blanchett. Also, Kevin Hart's going to be in it. Yeah, Kevin Hart's going to be in it.
I have to check it out.
Oh, if he gonna be there, I'll watch it on demand.
Yeah, theaters. I will see it. Goofy, why you passing?
I didn't even like Borderlands, bro. I'm not gonna go watch it. I'm not even gonna be fake.
No, it's okay. You know, that's fine. All right. Yeah. So that's the last movie, okay, of the theaters pass and theaters on demand and pass. Okay, thank you guys for playing. Do we have the horns?
That's
it. That's the last one. That's the last one. Oh, God. Thank you so much for coming through to play the game. I appreciate y'all. It was a lot of fun.
That was.
Next up, we have the game releases for May. Okay, we're gonna start off with Dwayne. Dwayne's going to start off with some of them. So Dwayne's going to read some, then Jazz, then Charlie. They're going to let us know what's coming out in May as far as game releases. Take it away, Dwayne.
All right. Wildcat Gun Machine, PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, May 4th. Line War, PC, May 5th. Warhammer 40,000, Chaos Gate, Demon Hunters, on PC, May 5th. Citizen Sleeper, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, May 5th. Trek the Yomi, that's what I'm going to be playing. PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S on May 5th. Crowns and Pawns, Kingdom of Deceit, PC, May 6th. Euden Chronicle Rising, PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Switch is coming out May 10th.
That last one, they should have just said it's coming out everywhere.
Right, they should just be everywhere, but they want to let you know. They man.
It's everywhere.
They need them dollars. That's why they said you better actually go get it
on all platforms.
Next up is Jazz.
Okay, Songs of Conquest on Steam, early access for PC, May 10th. Salt and Sour Lord.
You're not covered up all the way.
Salt and Sacrifice, PC.
Did you say Salt and Sour Lord? Is that what you said?
Salt and Sacrifice.
Salt and Sour Lord.
A game about salt, man. PC, PS4, PS5, May 10th. We Were Here Forever, PC, May 10th. Brigadan.
I can't help you there. I cannot help you there.
May 11th. Madness Everywhere on May 11th. Cantata, Steam, early access, PC, May 12th. And the Centennial Case, a Shijima story. Why I got the hard names? PS4, PS5, and Switch, May 12th.
No hate on mine. So did I get Dwayne?
Next up is Charlie. Those names were like next level. Cat didn't make the names. I just cut it up. Okay. All right, Charlie.
It's like you start sitting around just like break it, dick and door. Jigga, what the fuck? I was like, I ain't gonna sit by her in their mind. I'm gonna sit by Dwayne.
No.
I'm gonna sit by Dwayne. I'll play. All right. Oh, but y'all can hear us. You can't hear us though when the other person full screen though, right?
No, everybody can hear everybody. We can all hear everybody.
All right, well, I'll try to tell you that she wasn't fully covered. All right, but let's go. All right. Evil Dead, the game, May 13th. Vampire the Masquerade, May 19th. Dolman, May 20th. What's that? Token Rambo? Don't know. May 24th, Horror Space. May 24th, Snipers Elite 5. That shit gonna be trash. May 26th, and My Time at Sandrock, May 26th. You look up the
And those
console.
are the-
I'm not about to read all that.
You could have, okay.
Hell no.
You could have read the consoles. But yeah, those are the game releases for May that are coming out this month. Were there any titles that you guys were interested in?
Yeah, that Chronicles. I don't know. I said the EU didn't. Chronicles Rising. That one actually looked good. I mean, that one I'm actually waiting on. Evil Dead, I am hella freaking waiting on.
Yes. Evil Dead. And
Trek to Yomi, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, what's the other one?
Evil Dead for sure. Evil Dead for sure.
Evil Dead 100%. Evil Dead's gonna be.
Trek to Yomi is the that's a good one, huh? That's that new
That's
like
like
samurai
the
game.
Sifu looking.
Is that black and white game? Oh
Black
yeah.
and white samurai game.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing that.
What is Citizen Sleeper? That shit's all fire. What is that?
He walking around punching. Let me
like these walking around sleeping citizens. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey,
I
that
said,
brother gone.
Oh.
What's
I said,
up?
you know what time it is? Yeah, you know, beat that nigga. Oh.
All right,
500 points if they go to sleep instantly.
It's next we have our Moon Knight episode 5 review. Moon Knight episode 5 premiered last Wednesday. The finale is this Wednesday, so in 2 days is the finale. So Goofy, how we normally do our like when we jump into the reviews, we typically say what our rating is out of like 10, and then include a word or phrase that represents how we felt about the episode.
On a piece of
So
paper
we'll go ahead and
just out loud?
No, you say it out loud. You gotta write this one down.
Right.
He's about to leave it. He's about to skip. I'm about to skip this motherfucker. I'm about to skip and fuck this.
No. You can say it out loud. We'll go ahead and we'll start off with Jazz. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So for mine, this is the non-spoiler, right?
Non-spoiler, yeah.
Okay. So I give it a 9 this episode, and the phrase I would use, what's his name? Jake. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my word. It's Jake.
Okay. And I'll ask more later. Okay. Charlie, what's your number and your phrase?
I'll probably give it a 10, and I'll say dope.
Okay. Did you watch this one? Because I know like
Yeah, I give it a 10. I'm gonna say dope.
Okay. Goofy.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, just because I'm a tough critic. But I'm gonna say the word I'm gonna say is peak.
Well, I see why.
Which I need to talk to you about some things for when we get to you. Okay. After Dwayne says his thing, I'm gonna talk to you. Okay, Goofy. All right. Dwayne, what's your number and what's your statement?
I give it definitely a 9 too, and I'm gonna say trauma. Trauma. Never, I never liked you.
Oh, trauma. I never liked you. You said trauma. I thought you said Tron. I was like trauma. Okay. So me, I would say like a 7 out of 10. And my word would be, should have done more of this.
Well, you gave it a what? You gave it a what?
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Some mid, huh? Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Better than average.
It is better than my average. That is true. That is true.
Speaking of me, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So, but like before we dive into like our spoiler review, because we're gonna like definitely dive into our spoiler review. Goofy, what does peak mean?
It's just like it's a phrase that people started using when Attack on Titan came out in the anime community. It's like peak fiction, to say like this is the peak of fiction. You know what I mean? It's the best of the best kind of stuff right here. And I don't use that term loosely. A lot of people do, but I don't use that term loosely. And what I saw this past, and this is gonna be a hot take. You know, some of y'all might get mad at me, but I think this is some of the best writing that I've seen from Marvel, like in terms of TV, cinematic. I don't think there's been a lot of consistent writing comparable to this at all. You might get like another show, maybe like Daredevil coming kind of close, you know, season 1, but for me, it was peak.
Wait, you're saying that this writing is better than Daredevil's writing?
No, I would say it's comparable. You know what I'm saying? Like if I were to contend it with something like that, you know what I'm saying? But definitely on the better side of Marvel's writing, I think.
I like to that. I would say that this would be like, if this had come out and then Daredevil came out, I would feel like Daredevil is what they meant to make when they made Moon Knight, but they just didn't hit the mark right when it came to Moon Knight.
I think in Moon Knight, what we're all missing is just like the fighting scenes. Like if he is fighting, like I like to see what he's fighting. Instead,
we want more of his power too.
Power.
Like we want
what can he do?
That he's fighting in the night. If he's protecting people in the night, like we want to see it. Like happen. So
no, that's a great point, and that's what I talked about with some people who felt differently about it. They said that there wasn't a lot of fighting. Me personally, like I love a good fight scene. But like for me, like I want to see the character, like everything we seeing right now is like that's what I came here for. Like I want to see that stuff. We can get to the fighting later. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, why do I care about this person? Like why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I'm with you on that. If there was later, there's one more episode.
And
that's currently there's only one more episode in the series, so that's where that has like a lot of that holds a lot of the weight for my disappointments. Right, is the fact that we're in 6 episodes and we're not going to really get to see the fighting. And I feel like even if they were to show the fighting, we'd end up like how y'all were complaining about Venom, which this is probably comparable to what you're saying about Venom. Because when there's like, oh, he's about to throw down, then it's like he's black out, and then he's back, and then there's bodies everywhere, you know? So my thing is like, I love character pieces, and I can watch a bunch of biopics and character pieces as far as movies that are no action at all. But if this is an action TV series that we're missing the action.
No, great point.
You know?
And I think to that point is I didn't have to wait a week between each episode like
That's
everybody
very
else. And thinking about that, I would have probably been like, come on, man, give me something else. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just waiting every week. I literally just watched it like 3 episodes last night and then 3 episodes this morning or 2 or whatever. I'm like, oh, this shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But
I think they're gonna save the fighting for like next season, because like I noticed in their promoting, they didn't say like, oh, final episode of Moon Knight. You know, like they said final episode of the season, which means that they're gonna have another season. So, like, maybe we're gonna see more fighting then, and maybe they're saving this first season to be like an introduction as to why he be doing the stuff that he does, and then like next you might see the fighting. But still, I feel like if you're going to introduce people to Moon Knight, and if people already know Moon Knight, like he's basically like Batman and Marvel, like I'd like to see the fighting. Personally.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah.
And the point that you brought up in regards to binging, it's something that I've thought about a lot, where I feel like you said, I feel like if I sat and watched this, because a few of the other guests that I've invited on, they would do what you did. They binge the series. So when they watch 3, they're like, oh, this show is great. Whereas because we've had to wait between each episode each time to get to like, okay, because more questions. Finally, we're getting some answers in episode 5, but we've waited for so long to get there versus
that's fair.
Binging and getting there.
Yeah.
I do feel like if I binged it, I would feel better about it.
Yeah, I think so too.
So then, like, for you guys all gave it like a 9 and a 10, right?
Yeah.
So what were the things that you thought were the greatest parts of this episode, or things that you attribute that rating to?
His acting in this episode.
I'm so glad somebody else said it, because I'm like, girl.
Because I'm like, every time, like, I haven't noticed, like, are we in the spoilers, by the way?
Spoiler. You have been warned. Spoiler. Hold on. Let me show the picture.
There it is. Y'all can't say we didn't do it.
Right? And there's an image. Spoiler. Okay.
I actually kind of watched the episode twice, technically, because the first time I watched it, I was sleepy, and it was like 3. It comes out 3 a.m. our side, and I was already kind of tired. And so when it came out, I fell asleep halfway, so I kind of missed some stuff. So I had to watch it again. But when I was watching it, I realized that like every time that he's like talking, it's him and like, well, Mark and Steven are talking. That's basically like in his mind, almost like that's in his mind, like he's trying to talk and figure stuff out. And then when he like screams and wakes up, and then he's in front of the doctor or whatever, like it's always been one personality every scene. Like the first scene, he was like going crazy and he had to get sedated. I think that was Jake, because it didn't sound like Mark. It didn't sound like Steven. and I think that was Jake that came out, and that was all violent and stuff. And then like another scene, Steven came out, and you obviously heard his accent. Another scene, Mark came out. So like all three of them talked to the doctor. But I don't think people realized that first one was Jake.
Yeah, I don't think people realized that either.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. One problem I do have is when they're on the ship, right? Whenever they're out on the ship talking to what is her name again? Tarawet, right? Whenever they're talking to Tarawet, it was only the two of them. And if you're breaking up the personalities, there should have been, you introduce there's a third one, right? We know for sure there's a third one, right? At least, because I think there might be more in comic books, but we know at least there's three. In this case, why was it just the two of them that had to be balanced, right? Versus all three of them. That confused me.
Because they got to save something for next season, probably. But no, that's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Maybe because they're not at, he's not currently at war with that part of himself yet. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't even, So that's a
good reason.
I thought for me personally, I thought it was because they always try to suppress. Well, Mark always tries to suppress Jake, like the violent one. Like that's why he's never really present, so they don't have to weigh him. So like in the beginning, like when they suppressed Jake, he was out and he used the little shot. He's not there. He's not awake for him to be talking to Tarawet or whatever, for him to take his heart or whatever. So that's why God, hearts, because Jake is sedated.
Look at the brain blast. He said, "Oh my
what's crazy? It's because I didn't catch Jake fully, and then I realized there's a scene when he kills the guy, those two tourist guys or whatever, with a knife or whatever. He's like, I wasn't awake, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Steven either, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, who was it? You know what I'm saying? But there's another part of himself, and the fact that they left that little breadcrumb in there is exactly why I love this show, is because like they throw you a bunch of options, right? And a lot of it is lies, but in the middle of it, it's like a little bit of truth. And that thing takes you into another thing. And it's like the same thing. It's a lot of lies and a little bit of truth. And you just keep walking through this door thinking you know what's going to happen. And it's like, you don't really know. It's like, it's just leading you on, you know, which I can really appreciate.
And that kind of goes to the super chat really quick. I'm sorry, Jazz. Sean, Chris, shout out to you for the super chat. We don't know what's real and what's not. And I hope they keep it like that. That kind of feeds into what Goofy was just saying just now. So shout out to you, Sean.
Yeah, shout out to Sean. Yeah,
I was telling Dwayne a whole bunch of theories because when I saw it, he was asleep when I fully saw it. And so then I was waking him up. I was like, yo, I have so many theories about why certain things. So like, and then he was like, no, just save it for the podcast. So I was like, all right. So like we all saw the scene where they were going back to his childhood and things like that, and like how Mark kind of feels responsible for his brother's death, and then that's why the mom is like treating him bad and stuff like that. And I'm thinking like, okay, this is where the split personalities like came from, or like the alters came from, because it's Mark that witnessed his mom treating him bad and yelling at him and stuff, and so he created Steven to be like his protector almost when he feels scared and everything, because Dr. Grant has no fear. And so Steven is always like, oh, you know, everything's okay. Like, I'm going to put stuff together, like to protect Mark and stuff. And so that's why he hasn't known his mom to be violent for another reason, because I think Jake was another part that experienced all the violence. So like right when the mom was coming in the room and it was Steven trying to clean up the room when he was a kid, trying to clean up the pens and stuff. And then the grown-up Steven was like, no, I want to see more. Like, what happens here? That means that obviously Steven wasn't present when he was getting beat with the belt.
Right.
So that's another personality, which I think is Jake, that sees the violence and was there present during the violence. And I think that's why Jake be killing people, because he was the one always there whenever it was violent action. So that's what I think. I think that's
it's very much like Split.
It's a tough thing to deal with, because it hits so close to home for those of us who have experienced like trauma,
child
like
abuse
that before. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of
it's
I would say so. I would say for me, and that kind of, because even though I do feel like this was a better episode of the season, right? However, I do wish, and I know, yes, it's on Disney, but still, as far as a property, the property itself, I do wish they leaned more into it, right? I wish that, like, Oscar Isaac was definitely doing his thing with acting, but I do wish that, like, when it came to the brother's like, we're just seeing the brother, we're just learning this right at this moment, right? And a lot of the work is put on the viewer to okay, I know what it would be like to empathize with the fact of you losing your brother, right? Versus really putting us there. And that's what I wish we had more of a, like, because you just hear the screaming and you just realize, like, cut to there's a funeral. Okay, the brother's dead, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we had to see the child pass or anything like that, but I wish that they had really juiced up or pushed up the weight of it to us, you know? And then even with the child abuse thing, I do wish that they put in the weight, because even later when he leaves, he says to his father, why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you stop it? And to most, it looks just like discipline. It doesn't really feed it doesn't really, push abuse, right? And I do wish that we had seen more of that, because I feel like that's a dynamic they should have played with more, because I like, as you were talking about kids from that is one. So when you have one parent that's the abuser and the other person, this is like, when he asked that question, I was like, yeah, that's a question I want to ask my other, why did you let this happen? If you knew, like, if you were aware, because it's something he said, like, oh, she's just in a bad place, type of thing. So you were aware that this is a problem and you did nothing, right? And I really feel like they should have put more into that set piece.
I agree. To that point, I do want to say is I agree. Like, I didn't think about it so much as, like, they didn't show it, and obviously the Disney kind of thing. So they didn't want to show everything. But I do think they tried a little bit, because if you listen to what the words she says when she comes into the room, and she's like, why are you making me do this to you? Which, like, is like a huge red flag for, like, trauma, like gaslighting kind of, narcissistic behavior, where it's like, you're acting bad and you're making me do this to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'll be the first one to say I was kind of triggered by that scene. As someone who has experienced that before, like, I was like, oh, it hit me right in the chest. I was like, oh shit. But I can see how it wouldn't have maybe been enough for somebody who hadn't been through that kind of experience before, for sure. Yeah.
And so, Dwayne, what about you? Because we've been.
Oh, no, I'm enjoying the conversation. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with him. That scene where he was when he's at the funeral and he just couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? And then he switched over to Steven's. Steven's personality was like great. It was a great moment. I really showed his acting chops. And then away from that, that's what really made me like, okay, I get it. Like, parents, parents be, especially back in the day, used to be just wailing on your kids, but that's traumatic,
for sure.
And then they'll be like, I love you. And then you're just conflicted. I'm like, you causing this pain and beating the,
you love the toxic relationship.
It's so
you up for the future. You know what I mean?
Right. And then that thing carries on to you as an adult. And then when and then you could just see him turn into a kid again when he says, I won't remember it. He started throwing a tantrum. I won't remember. You're not gonna make me. And it's like, damn, like you got to realize, man, these are human beings too. And just doing that ain't gonna help anything. And what she was saying to him when he was like, "You were jealous of your brother," that should walked in and be like, "No, you don't talk to him like that."
I was like, "What?"
I said, "Wow." I said, "Her mom." I mean, and I understand him too. Like, your mom's grieving and stuff, so she might say stuff that might be hurtful and stuff like that. But like, so it is tough, and a lot of people don't have the right answers, but we're working on it. It's about working on it. But other than that, I did enjoy like the astro. Them talking about the different afterlives and astro. Like they talked about Black Panther. What is it? Astral plane? Yeah. Tourette mentioned the astral plane. That picture of Jazz always makes me laugh.
I don't even notice it until you say something that I'm like, oh crap.
It's funny as heck.
That's a great picture, by the way. W don't know.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it just, that was pretty good. They had like a Iron Man, what is it? Endgame or Infinity War or whatever. They had like a after credit and they showed Iron Man and like the afterlife talking to his daughter. They deleted that scene, but then you had the one with Thanos. He was in like an afterlife, and it would show like the little, like the little tower that he was at, and it's just on different afterlives. So it was like very like I'm like okay, so I love the way it's connecting everything together. As far as that.
Definitely.
Well, another shout out here to Corey MM for a donation or for a super chat. The one time I guessed correctly early on was the mother's death whenever Steven would call and she never answered. That's true. I just like I didn't think death at the time, until we got a few episodes in, because in the first episode when he's calling and she never answered, I just thought that, okay, you know, he's leaving voice messages for I was like, maybe there's a disconnect. We knew there was multiple personalities. I was like, maybe he got the wrong number, like he ain't really calling her, you know. It wasn't until later that, you know, we learned that she did die.
He's talking to home screen. You watch this clip back, he's on the home screen while he's talking.
That annoys me about TV shows, bro, and movies. When you see them on the phone and they're clearly on the home screen. Like, I know how phones work, bro. Like, can you please have them call somebody for fake, please? And
yo, there was like this, I forgot what show it was. Like, so like they legit, like, you know, used to be 555. And so one of these shows actually legit, like it was one of these like FBI type shows, and it legit like had the number. And so when you had the number, I forgot what it was. It did some creepy pasta shit where I think it's discontinued now, or it was like, stop call. It was like this dude, stop calling my phone. Like it had I guess it was recording. Stop calling my fucking phone. No, I was like, yo, that's dope as hell. Yeah.
I remember with the what was the movie? It was like something with Bruce. It was with Jim Carrey where he was like, where Morgan Freeman was God. I don't know if you guys remember that movie.
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah. And I remember they had used a number, and it was a real number. And I think that it was like a number for a lady, and she was like complaining how she was getting so many calls. And then after that, they were really, really pushing that 555, because it happened. 555 existed before this movie, but after that movie, I remember like this lady complaining, like people keep calling me, and she was really upset.
That happened with
really
actually. What's that movie that came out? Or that show that came out, it was like Hunger Games, Squid Games. It actually happened when somebody's phone number got leaked. It was like a fake phone number that just pulled up, and that actually happened during Squid Games shooting.
I didn't even know that.
He ended up like taking him to court or something. I think he won some money from it too.
Oh yeah, I just ain't shit, because I act like I'm attached to that number. Like, my mama number. I need
me up at night.
Squid Games. I would like to change it. I know it's easy, Yana, but I just need that money. I mean, I need this number.
The Freudian slip there. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Be like 4 million. Like that's good. I think that'll do. I think it'll do.
Shout out to Lilac Flute for the super chat. Shout out to you, Tyrant, working multiple jobs since the other gods are stoned. Tyrant wasn't used to pulling the hearts out like Anubis or Osiris would do. Justice for Anubis. I would need more than that, but like I would say, so in this flashback, I did get what I wanted from Khonshu. And I know people like leave it in comments after the streams about this and hit me up on Twitter like, yeah, he's supposed to sound like a child. Okay, if that's how he sounds, that is the reason I don't like him. So if that is how he's supposed to sound, then I do not like him because of how he sounds. I'm using the Italian mob hand, okay? I do not like the way he sounds. Khonshu. So like this whole series, is it Khonshu? Yeah, Khonshu. The whole series, he sounds like a temper tantrum toddler. He's like, grab him by the throat. Like that doesn't sound like a god to me, right? And he's supposed to be a god. So in this episode, and I've been complaining about it each episode, and people are like, that's how he's supposed to sound. I'm like, well, listen here. I don't care. I don't like it. All right. Yeah. But like in this last episode, I felt like he sounded more ethereal. Like when he was talking to him for the first time, and he's even though like it's the phrasing that he was using, right? I felt like the phrasing. I was like, okay, Khonshu, so you can sound like a god, so you can do it then. Okay.
Khonshu just might be tired of the bullshit.
Yeah, I think
I ain't got time, bro. I don't feel like doing it.
They didn't really try that, man. They had a whole court and just be like, "Did you do it? No. Okay, then."
He's like, what the fuck?
They didn't ask him no questions. They didn't ask him a lot of questions, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he was mad. Like,
man, free Khonshu, man.
Yeah, free my man's Khonshu, bro. For real. Hashtag free Khonshu.
It seems like some of the gods are petty because it seemed like they had those spaces in the wall ready to put some of them gods.
Nah, you know what?
Oh yeah, and there's spaces for more.
Like, why y'all have spaces ready to put them in there? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, episode 4 was it that we counted?
Yeah,
like they was like 10. There was 10 gods in stone.
Oh yeah, that was the beginning of episode 4 or end of something.
And I was like 10. I said 10 God. So who's in that? Who's stoned up? They just tripping.
I was trying to see, but it's so blurry. Like I was like trying to see.
The person who donated actually meant when they were stoned, like actually stoned.
In stone, yeah.
Oh.
In stone, yeah. So like they had to, so she had to pick up and do a lot of the work because a lot of them are in stone right now.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Conspiracy? I don't know.
They feel like it.
They definitely like corrupt leadership there going on for sure. If they wasn't even trying to hear Khonshu out at all.
Nope.
But I kind of feel like that's how they do it. I really don't feel like because I know that they don't like Khonshu, but I also feel like they don't really. It didn't really feel like they, if you're up against Ethan Hawke's character, Harrow, and he's the other one, I feel like the words that he spoke was enough for these people. I don't feel like they really do just trials. It didn't really give like whatever. Yeah.
How we feel
this
morning?
That's what I felt like. What'd you say?
Like how I feel this morning, bro. I feel like putting them in stone. Fuck it.
Yeah, bro.
That's how they came into
flip
it.
a coin over it, bro. Like,
right.
And that's what they decided. But like in this episode, like I do agree, Oscar Isaac, mind you, his acting throughout most of this has been really, really great. I didn't like the Steven focused one. I like when you're juggling between the two. I prefer Mark. But I did love in episode 4 and 5 where you have the two of them separated and you really see his acting chops, right? He's really acting his butt off in this. And I definitely enjoy Mark, Oscar Zaddy, I love him.
Yeah. He might get an award for this one for sure.
For sure, but they're not going to give it to him. They're not going to give it to him.
Because it's Marvel, that's why. Yeah.
Emmy. Yeah, because it's Marvel, they're not going to give it to him. He's not going to get an Emmy for this, but he deserves one. He definitely deserves one. But like, so what you guys talked about the things that you guys really liked, right? Like the acting, them giving us answers, how he came across Khonshu, and we're kind of getting at least that part. Because I do wish we had gotten into the Harrow Khonshu relationship. I wish that flashback was there because most of that work was on Harrow to kind of make us feel how he felt like he was in a toxic relationship with Khonshu. When at the end of episode 3, when he said to him, he was like, "You were my torture, but I found my victory." I was like, this is the person that left a toxic relationship and was like, "You tried to ruin me, but I found who I," that's the weight it had. So I wish that they had laid into that more. But they didn't. But what are things that you guys wish could have been better?
I gotta say that's cap though. He
what
said,
do you mean?
"You are my justice," but then he said, "You can't go like, oh, I got away from you." But then at the same time, I loved doing what you told me to do. I loved serving justice for you. Come on, right? That's cap.
That's just cap. Like a toxic relationship, though.
I don't trust her from the beginning. I don't trust him. He was manipulative.
Oh well, no, he's obviously. Right. No, he's good at manipulation.
He can say those things, but then say another thing like, "Oh yeah, bro. But I enjoy fucking them up. I enjoy beating ass for you. But you are my torture. What? Come on, bro. Come on, bro."
No, that's definitely like toxic relationship though. Abuse relationship where they talk about like the things that they did like, because if it was all bad when they first got into it, they wouldn't have gotten into it, right? That's kind of how it starts. It starts off with the happiness and the rainbows, and then the wool is pulled over your eyes, and then it's like, haha, I'm evil. I wish it's what every abuser said.
Can I say one thing that I really enjoyed about the episode that I just been dying to say, bro? It's just literally on the tip of my tongue, like the way they had like this whole episode of episode 5. Essentially, they had the scenario where we had to find a balance for his heart, right? And then they enter into his memories. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? They're all his memories. At this point, we think there's still one person's memories, but the way they had it, like. They also kept us in the dark and then kind of peeled it back very slowly. But like the way they had us bouncing in between the two characters' memories while breaking them both down in real time in front of the therapist, like you gotta applaud that. So not because there's so many moving wheels at this point, because you got the suspense of us finding out right what's actually happening, and then as we're finding out, there's no time to even think about it. We're already in the next scene. It's Steven at the doctor now. It's not Mark anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's almost as simple. Like it's how I would imagine someone who is like suffering from this kind of disease, battling with themselves in their head, and then we're seeing the output too. I was like, oh my god, that's what really did it for me. I was like, oh, that's peak. You know what I'm saying? I got to give it to him. You know what I mean?
And not knowing if it's actually real or not. Like
that happened for me.
And then we're still questioning what's reality. You know what I'm saying? And then come to find out, Jake too. It's like. Come on, bro.
Yeah. His mind is just blown.
I'm gonna be honest. I give Marvel a lot of shit, bro. I talk so much shit about Marvel because I don't like a lot of their movies sometimes. But this shit right here, man, chef's kiss, bro. I'm a Marvel stan today, goddamn it. I'm a Marvel stan today.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That's because that's how I felt about like but a lot of the movies going up until Infinity War. Like Infinity War, I feel like is not just a great Marvel movie. I think it's a great cinematic piece as far as a movie. Like when you break down that movie, and I mean, a lot of it's attributed to the stones that led the path to where we got by Infinity War, but the execution and even the ending, like when Cap dropped on his knees, that was him saying the F word, like, holy F that we just lost, right? And a lot of movies, especially like superhero movies, don't do that. In the end, the heroes win, and at the end of this one, they did not.
It was a funeral, bro. Everybody walked out of there. It was quiet. I ain't never seen a movie like that. No, everybody was not talking to each other. It was like, what you think gonna happen? It was like,
like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? And it just shows you the power of movies, man. Like to be able to move people in that way where they walk out of the theater and they don't even say nothing, bro. Like movies are literally like empathy machines, bro. Like you can literally make people feel whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like great power comes great responsibility, I guess. I don't know.
He just had to throw that in there. With that, I do agree. No, I feel like that's the thing with empathy, because if you think of like when people think about people that tell you stories, right, about things that happen in their life, right, and how a way that someone tells you the story makes you really care about what they're saying and what they're going through, and then some people will tell you a story and you're just like, you're like, okay.
When you can tell a story and paint that picture too, like you can legit put me there, like in my mind, it's like, oh, that's the best. It's like you really feel the story at that point.
I really feel like, and this is kind of a sidebar, but like this is why one of the reasons why I love to see representation in movies and stuff like that, because I really feel like narratives are the lenses that we view society through. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to see things in certain lights, it literally opens up our mind to the possibilities of what could be. Like we can only see so much as young kids, you know what I'm saying? But it's like if we can just kind of see a little bit of it, it's like I can imagine myself there, and if I can imagine myself, I can believe myself, I can achieve it. You know what I'm saying? So not to get all reading rainbow on y'all, but
manifest. He said reading rainbow.
Reading rainbow.
Pick a book up, nigga.
I can do anything.
The next version is so fire, dog.
No, but what you're saying is something that I would say even this, like, it's something that's been kind of like I've been pushing since last year, right? And I'll say, and I've said this in a lot of meetings that I've had or interviews or anything like that, where I'm talking to even like YouTube staff, right? And I'll tell them, and I'll say how one of the things that I definitely want, like my new mission is normalizing Black faces in the realm of media, gaming, and tech. And it's because of this statement right here: representation equals normalization. And like it's that aspect, that mindset, that the things that we watch attribute to how we view people in real life. And it's such a fact, I wouldn't say factual because I feel like that means something different, but that statement is so true that it is life or death for people like us. And I'm like, if you normalize us in these spaces, if you normalize us in media, you normalize us in TV, you normalize us in movies, right? Then when you're seeing these people in real life, like you've developed a relationship with the characters you're seeing on TV. And when you see a Black person in real life, you're not going to naturally attribute the stereotypes that you're used to seeing pushed in media, because that shift has happened. And I'm like, that's what, because Black Gay Comic Geek, he says it a lot, Michael. He was here last week. He says normalization equals representation equals normalization. And that's the same thing of normalizing us in this space will affect how people view us IRL. And I feel like that, and obviously it's not just with Black people, right? If you normalize anybody from the LGBTQ community, and if you normalize mental health situations, like where you have Oscar Isaac in this show, and normalizing people with these problems, it will change the way and our perspectives are IRL to people with different walks of life, different colors of skin, or different life mental health issues and situations. And it, things like this can change the world. And so I do feel like when it comes to like bringing it back to the show, right? I do feel like it is important how we tell these stories. And that's one of the things in the first episode, right? And when going to my statement of saying, this is what I wanted more of, kind of, was this whole mental health issue, right? Because like Goofy was saying, and Dwayne was saying, we don't really know what's real, right? When you got that flip from like real life, or well, not even real life, the ship with the hippo, and then to the doctor and the memories, then it's like, okay, is this in his head? What's going on? Which one of this is real? Was this all a dream? Is this Inception? Were the first 4 episodes in a dream, and Harold was a doctor, and this is actually in an asylum, right? I had that thought.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the first episode, you saw that when he sat and I talk about this, I think every review we have of the show, that first episode, when he sat there after the restaurant, when he was sitting there and the girl was like, nah, this is Sunday. And he's like, no, it's Friday. I know how the week works. Friday comes after Thursday. And she's like, yeah, but it's Sunday. And that face that he had where he was like, did he cry? Because I feel like he cried. I know his soul cried. Okay.
Yeah.
Like when that realization of, okay, I'm freaking losing it. I'm at this place where I really need, I'm at a loss. And I feel like they didn't really push or play into that until this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish we had more of that emotion until this episode. If we ain't gonna get the action, can we get the emotion?
Yeah, definitely. I feel that. Yeah.
Okay. Charlie.
Okay.
It was
Very interesting. Way in the back.
Yeah, it sounded far back. Shout out to Lilac Flute for the super chat. Lilac was saying that Bass just chilling in Wakanda with her generational avatars, the Black Panthers. They're the best avatars. I mean, that's what I would say, but we can agree or disagree. And then shout out to Corey also for the super chat. Corey asked, any theories why Steven was the reason their hearts were never balanced, or maybe I missed something? That's a good question. I feel like it's because since his mind is split, his heart was split, right?
Yeah,
I
think so too. I gotta say that ship scene to me was beautiful too, in the way that it's funny because the people they had that come on the boat were actually the people that Mark had killed. You know what I mean? And he had forgotten, so they came onto the boat, and the way it worked. It's kind of like poetry in a way, because the way it worked, they were the ones, like, obviously Mark was getting handled by them. He was getting worked by them, but somehow Steven had the power to beat them or whatever. So it was just kind of interesting seeing how then Steven falls off the ship, right? And in the same way that humans, even though Steven is technically a bad thing, we don't want to have a split personality, but Mark has grown comfortable to have him. You know what I'm saying? He's mourning the loss of Steven. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's technically freeing his mind. You know what I'm saying? And it was with the very people that he had killed that allowed that to grow and happen. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was really dope. Yeah, it was a really
that plays into what Jazz said, because I didn't think about it until the way Jazz said it when she said that in his memory Mark was his protector, right?
Yeah.
That for me, I looked at it as like, okay, Mark is the rainbow and sunshine. Not Mark. Steven is the rainbow and sunshine, right? Yeah. But when Jazz said that, I'm like, you know what, you're right, because that parallel in this moment where Mark was the one that killed those people, it was Steven, his protector, that saved him, right?
Yep. And sacrificed himself. Yeah.
Right. He saved him again in this realm and protected him in this realm. And so like that aspect of him feeling like he should be free, but then that was the moment where I cared about Steven. When Steven died, I was like, oh crap. It really it definitely hit.
Yeah. And what does it look like him coming? Like also like he left a part of himself in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Like although Steven was a figment of his own imagination, he left that part and he froze in the sand. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? Did he lose something else? You know what I'm saying? A part of his sanity with Steven as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we got the questions. There's a lot of questions to be answered in that next episode.
A lot, bro. There's gonna be. We have not seen Amit. We haven't seen Amit. That and that kind of leads into kind of the problems. There's only 6 episodes in the season. There should definitely be like 10 or 15. Yeah. But like we haven't seen Amit, right? We don't know, like they're supposed to create, because the problem hasn't really truly started yet, because they have Amit hasn't been unleashed for them to stop Amit. Yeah. So I don't really know how this next episode is going to play, to be honest. And then are we going to see Steven again?
I think it's going to have the season 2. A lot of people are saying you see the tweets from Marvel and they're tweeting like series, and then all of a sudden now season. So I'm like, okay, they might have liked what they saw from the series, and not enough people liked it or whatever. The numbers were just right, and they're like, you know what, let's go for a season 2.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's an Oscar thing, right? Because we know Marvel signs them 10-year contracts, and Oscar was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna sign this one.
RDJ told him not to do that. He had a talk with RDJ, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, nah. He was like, don't do that.
after
Why is that?
it's been coming out.
He never explained. Oscar never explained why he told him not to do that. But what'd you say, Kristen?
I think it's because he ran into problems when they first signed. Because I remember, I don't know if you guys remember this. I think this was before or after Avengers. He was like, he has to renegotiate his contract to get more money. Thor was like, hey, I'm going to renegotiate. And I think also Chris Evans as well. Yeah. They had to, because even though they signed on these contracts, because it's kind of like, hey, this is what you're getting no matter what type of contracts. And they're like, nah, bruh, this is doing mad money. You better do better for us.
Also, the stuff that's in the contract, like they got to stay at a certain physical peak and stuff like that. You can't do certain things. So Marvel, hey, bro,
Marvel don't play. You can't do certain like exercises or even like something might hurt your body or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because then they be yeah, bro.
So we'll see. But I guess I wonder, because he is an executive producer on this show, so I'm wondering if as the show's been coming out, he's decided, hey, you know what, let's do this again, type of thing.
Yeah. He probably most likely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving
Jazz,
what
you look
they're
like
doing.
You're pondering. What are you thinking about?
Oh no, I'm just.
It feels like you have more theories or anything about this show.
No, my mind is constantly thinking, so like, don't worry about it. It's just a lot of theories in my mind about a lot of stuff.
Well, I'm hoping that this series is going to close off on a good tip. I'm hoping. I want the series to be good. I want the shows to be successful. It's unfortunate that there's only 6 episodes. I think that's a crutch, and that Marvel's going to have to find a way to do better through, I guess, because Disney's not going to change that. Disney's not. All their shows have been 6 except for Wanda.
Yeah.
But the episodes have been longer. I see Cam saying an hour-long episode. Maybe this series has been longer.
I'm hoping.
Yeah,
I heard
loving
that
it.
the finale is going to be actually the shortest episode. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I heard it's 45 minutes, but you don't know until it drops.
They said 42.
42. Woo, that's all.
And they said that's the shortest.
With caption or
with the cliffhanger, you know what's coming.
Yeah, with the credits, with the intro, with all of that.
Moon Knight season 2. It's no show. Moon Knight season 2 flicker on your post-credit scene.
Yeah.
I wonder. Because for Captain America, well, it was Falcon, and then at the end they changed it, Captain America and Winter Soldier, So I wonder if we'll get something like that. But what'd you say?
I said it's gonna be Moon Knight and Daredevil.
I would be like, yay, but hold my breath. I hope it's really good. They messed up Kingpin and Hawkeye, and I'm really still upset about that.
Yeah,
because
I didn't watch Hawkeye. I tried it. I fell asleep. I won't lie.
It's okay. Yeah. To me, that's the worst one out of all the Disney series.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
100%.
I loved it until the end. I loved it until the end.
Did you watch the cartoon version of Hawkeye, like for the Marvel shows?
Oh man, he is so fun. He is so fun.
That one makes you like Hawkeye. Like, Hawkeye's so funny, and he'd be like roasting people and a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's just good. Then you see MCU version of Hawkeye. I'm like, all right, he could have sacrificed himself with a stone. And
I feel like it was supposed to be him. It's like I feel like it was supposed to be him, but they flipped the script, and now it's like because how she got her movie after the fact, and she already did. It don't make sense.
It really should have been.
Yeah, it should have been.
Who cares?
And then it would have been good if it was a Black Widow show and you had the sister too. That would have been probably really good. But
most of these Marvel shows to me feel like a really long trailer. You know what I'm saying? Or like just like a setup for a movie or another piece of work.
I was just saying that last week.
Yeah, like WandaVision. Although I love the creativity in WandaVision, it just didn't feel like a full show to me. It just felt like a setup for Multiverse of Madness.
There were a lot of problems.
Loki, I was just like, okay, come on, episode 6, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But Moon Knight, I feel like it's a standalone show. Like even though it's 6 episodes, and I wish it was long, I feel like I do appreciate the fact that they have such a high level of quality for the episodes, and the pacing is not like it's not like crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like WandaVision or Loki. To me, you know what I'm saying?
WandaVision is its own bag. And with pacing, they did WandaVision and Loki did the astronomical. You meet a character, and at the end they're on like another thing where it didn't make sense how they got there, right?
Yeah.
But we'll see how it ends. We're gonna see how it ends.
I'm hoping, yeah.
But that was our review for Moon Knight episode 5. Shout out to Goofy Wise for joining us today. It was a great conversation. Great conversation. Next week we have the finale, and we will be joined by Tiffy Starchild again, and by Ari the Mermaid to help us rock out the finale and discuss the things about it. We were going to get Frankie, but she's traveling. There are a lot of things happening in May. You know. Oh, also Black Gay Comic. Isn't it this week he had the Doctor Strange premiere? Shout out to Black Gay Comic. You know,
that's just hella dope.
Yes,
it's now. They're doing the premiere thing right now. That red carpet. That red carpet should be fire, bro.
That is dope.
Shout out to you, Michael. Shout out to you, Michael. Hopefully we can get him on so he can talk about the experience about being on the red carpet and all that. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, for real.
But yes, and here's one thing I'll say closing off, you know, that none of you guys care about. It's just a personal thing that I want to share. Today is, and this is a hug calendar.
Oh, no. I already know that's my boy. Dwayne Johnson's birthday, right?
Yes.
Oh, the Rock.
That's my boy. I remember that, but she said, oh, the hug calendar. I was like, oh, no, don't do him.
Hug calendar special. Okay, Dwayne, if you watch this, happy birthday to you. And if you'd like to join the hug calendar, let me know. Okay, I would love to have you on the hug calendar. I'm gonna make the hug calendar a thing. Okay, it's gonna happen. All right. I might have to do a content creator version because I don't think I can get the celebrities that I want, but we'll just have to work it out. Okay, we'll just have to work it out. For Goofy, I know you're like, okay, what's happening? A hug calendar.
Don't say yes to it.
Hey, these DoorDash fees be high, dog.
He's like, I want to preface, I legitimately mean hugs, okay? But my Nazi headed friends, they all think that I mean something other than hug. But I mean, like, people that, like, I'm like, man, if they could just pick me up like a hug, you know, that would be like a great just pick up hug thing. I don't know why you make those faces.
They're swinging.
I am 4'11". I'm 4'11". Okay,
4'11",
so I'm a little.
wow.
Why they gotta pick you up though?
Because it's just like you feel like you're like a bear, just like picking you up.
I'm 2 feet taller than you. That's crazy.
That's a lie. Oh, 2 feet. I thought you said 2 inches. Yeah, he's 2 feet. Yeah. He's 6'11". This man's
God damn.
Touching the sky. You know, he high fives God every morning.
I like to eat.
I like to eat. I mean, I don't know what happened, honestly.
I need to eat what you ate because you know. It didn't happen for me.
That milk, bro. I swear they put growth hormones in that milk. I was just
they do
in the South too, so I was just drink milk like water. So I mean,
shit made me sick.
I can't do that no more. I get the bubble guts now.
I can't. No milk for me.
Yes, I mean a hug, okay, for people in the chat. I see you guys. I see your comments in the chat, and I mean an actual legitimate hug. Nothing else. All right. Minded people. I see you, Jazz. Okay. That's all you did. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out this review. Before we close out, Goofy, tell people where they can find you.
Thank you. First of all, foremost, thank you guys so much for having me. This has been an honor, a pleasure. I'm around so much beautiful Black excellence, and I just feel I'm glad. I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? And you guys can find me anywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I'll stream 3 to 4 times a week at Goofy Wise. So yeah, check me out.
Okay.
And your titles be funny of what you call your stream.
You know, I mean, you got to stand out, you know. So
I came into one. He's like, Christine, this is the wrong one to come into. Don't buy the title. Don't buy the title.
I told your ass don't swipe left.
And I didn't listen. But go ahead, Charlie. Tell the people where they can find you. We'll just go that way.
All right. You can find me everywhere. Same thing, Camp Crystal Charlie. You know, people be so mad at me when I do this, but yeah, you can find me everywhere.
Okay, Dwayne, where can people find you?
Same thing Charlie said. Camp Crystal Dwayne. Let me stop.
Oh, and I stream 5 times a week on Twitch. So follow me on Twitch too, dog.
Facts. You go crazy on there. But now you can find me everywhere. Twitch. I stream on Twitch too. YouTube, Twitter. At Dwayne King with a Y, not an I. And yeah, that's me.
And Jazzy?
And y'all can find me, Jazzy Guns, just like right there on YouTube, and _ Jazzy Guns on Twitter and Instagram, and that is it.
Awesome. You can find me everywhere. iChristine, just like it's listed there, and also iChristine Games on YouTube. You can find PartyChat Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, also on Twitch. Also on Twitch.
Crab rangoons is $18, though. Oh, go ahead.
Crab rangoon for 5 pieces?
I'm about to go pick this shit up. Go ahead.
You might as well. $18 for 5 pieces of crab rangoon. That's a robbery.
You get 6 though. You get 6. Them hoes slouch though. You get 6, but
yeah, but it should be like $6, not no $18. That's a lie.
They tax.
That's a lie.
And there's gonna be some niggas when I go in there and watch. Ain't gonna be no Chinese people. Gonna be some niggas in there watch. Watch when I go in that mug.
Yeah, talking about $18. That's a robbery. We stream our podcast every Monday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then you can find the. Truly, I just hear the moaning. That's all I hear in my ears.
Yeah, so you gotta mute his mic, right? He muted it. Yeah, pull that bitch out. He said, "Yoink." Let me moan in peace. Goddamn it.
I'm gonna tell y'all after.
Okay. All right. All right. But you can meet us back next week for the finale. We thank you so much for checking us out, and we're out.